typical whitetail. See some elk. You just get to sort of see the size difference. Like they're just so immense. Ralph and I went up to go see the elk, and then you can see there's a little red squirrel. See a porcupine. There's a fisher. And you get to see some of them up there. You have the bighorn sheep. Now they like to go around the mountain. So we'll go up on the bottom. Check that out. And you get to see there's a black bear. And there's another black bear there as well. Probably no, there's a couple beavers. Mr. and Mrs. Beaver from Narnia. I love how they have a fountain here as well. I had a couple people that said to me, like, hey, you need to come up here and show everybody this. So I am going to show you guys everything. Of course, they have where they have the fish, which is so very, very cool. You got, I believe, turkeys there, of course. I don't know if that's a coyote. That's what it looks like. And then you go over here. There you get to see Mr. Moose. Roll it out a little bit more here. And you can see more fishies. Raccoon, couple geese. Very, very cool. Here's another cool thing. This is like safari animals, like from Africa. This looks like the gemsbok. Looks like the sable. It is very, very neat to be able to see these creatures, because other than in a zoo, you just don't see them or have the appreciation for how beautiful they are. That there is the bongo. Here we have the boing boing. Some kind of like, probably like water buffalo is what I would assume it is. A pretty creature. And there's the greater canoe. It's not having a good time at this stage with a lioness. And then you get to see the zebra, of course. Beautiful, but a very mean creature. And then a lion over there at checkout. Here you are once again with some more of these beautiful animals. These are all North American animals. So over here you have the mule deer. The Rocky Mountain elk. I'm not sure if that might be the same size as the elk that we had out here in Pennsylvania. Because I remember the elk, especially the mule deer ones, they were freaking huge. Because they had the one that was lounging over at that one restaurant that Ralph and I went to, and the thing was huge. Area the black bear not getting along, arguing over politics. One's a Trump supporter, and one's a Biden supporter. And you have the ever famous white-tailed deer, which is what we have here in Pennsylvania, all over really. And then the pronghorn, which I think is a beautiful animal. So this is a North American big game display, a tribute to American sportsmen. America can thank its sportsmen for the ever-increasing number of wildlife we enjoy today. 1920, the pronghorn and antelope numbers had fallen to fewer than 25,000. Today, there are more than 750,000. White-tailed deer have increased from a low of a few 100,000 in early 1900s to more than 20 million today. Success stories like these and many more may be attributed to sportsmen who pay self-imposed taxes on sporting goods, buy hunting and fishing permits, and support conservation organizations. This money goes towards game protection, habitat improvement, wildlife studies, and reintroduction of native game species. The results of these efforts have been dramatic, benefiting non-game animals as well as people who like to hike, camp, watch birds, and photograph wildlife. In the long run, it will be mostly unnoticed effort to view the sportsmen doing your part as a responsible conservationist that will determine the future of our nation's wildlife. And that's what this display is. So let's go and check out some more. And then I'm going to go around, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures for you guys on Instagram, because this is freaking awesome. I did see over that way is where the fish display is. And that's probably my favorite, because it's just so neat. You will see like the white-tailed doe, they have a little bit more of a brownish color, but it just over time, with the aging, it is what it is. And there he is, a little demon that determines our weather. The groundhog. It's what happened to Puxatawny. So over here you get to see the size of the polar bear. It's freaking gigantic. So there's a grizzly bear and a marmot. They're those cute little buggers that live out on the plains. And then you get to see a couple more of the mountain sheep. And this is my favorite one there, the one that's up in the corner. They have like the beard. He's a cutie. And you got some caribou when they're coming through. And then you got our polar bears, who are rather large. Really is, like, you get to admire the beauty of nature and everything that's out there. It's so cool that this is here. And there's a wolverine, unlike the Marvel character. Just as miserable, just as vicious. And you got your wolves. There's the musk ox.
How you doing, boss?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Is your name already in the...
She had said something to me. So there you see an Arctic fox. It really is such a neat display. Up there, it's either a bobcat or a lynx. I think the lynx is slightly larger, and that's probably like a mink. They chase them down, and then once again you have your grizzlies. They took down a moose. And once again up there you have your mountain sheep. Longhorn, bighorn sheep. If you ever watch. There you have the Canada moose. You get to see how big it is. It's more of the mountain sheep. There's a brown bear here. He is gigantic. And a moose that's not having a good time. Very, very cool. So we start out here with the African elephant. Such a majestic animal. They have this other little section over here where they have all these African animals right here for you to see, which is so cool. You have the Cape buffalo. When I was a young warthog, Hakuna Matata. There's the hippopotamus. It's a rather small one, but still mean. And you have all the zebras. And these are the steenbok. Very tiny little deer, and a larger deer creature having a very bad day at the office. And over here you have the African boat. And then you get to see all these are the greater Kadu. It's cool how they have them. They're running from these lovely ladies. Got a couple hyenas in the back there. A leopard. Just love how they have them just live action. And then the rhinoceros. Some gazelles. And my favorite, the monkeys, the baboon. There's a serval. There's the impala back there, licking itself. And then I gotta show you here at the end, the important one. King of the jungle. You got Simba himself, the majestic lion. Look how pretty they are. You see a mountain lion. I think actually these are the ones that are, I don't know, it's not, it's a desert sheep, so they're very similar. The ones that are on that Marty Stauffer's thing looks sort of similar to that. I think it's the other ones up on they're the mountain sheep where they whack each other in the head with their horns. My dad had hunted out and he had taken one of these out in Wyoming and had I wish I had that, the prong one. He had one of them in our log cabin. Rattlesnake, jackrabbit, and the prairie dogs. Always entertaining. And then La Turquette, also as La Triste. And then you got a nice plane out there, fly out in Alaska. Really is a beautiful display. There you get to see some of these creatures up a little higher. You also get to see the plane that's sitting up here. Look down at all the creatures and mountain and how cool this is. Clearly don't have a fear of heights. Mountain goat, that's what they're called. Here are the bighorn or the longhorn sheep. The ones up above. Those are the ones on the Marty Stauffer. Something wildlife. There's a bear going for a bee nest. Whether he'll be filled with regret or not, your guess is as good as mine. Very, very cool. Here we have their fish display. There you get to see a big rainbow trout. Really to get to see the beauty of nature in these fish is just extraordinary. It's a different view that we don't normally get. There's some brown trout in there. Yeah, the golden rainbow trout, which is what that bad boy is there. These are some big freaking fish. I love that I found these out in nature. The brook trout is in there. I saw a couple of those. That would be, I think, a brook trout there. Guy's checking us out. He's saying, "What are you doing?" "Draw me wearing this, only this. Draw me like one of your French girls." So here we have, this is basically the sunfish. You'll have bluegills, pumpkin seed, sunfish, and the black crappie. If you're ever going fishing here in Pennsylvania, these are ones that you get to see a lot of. I used to catch the sunfish all the time. Black crappie, bluegill sunfish, and the pumpkin seed sunfish are the ones that you catch the most, sort of your common. Black crappie. It's just neat seeing them. It's a different view than you're used to because you get to see them like you're down in the water, watching these fish just go around, do their thing. These fish are gigantic. And there you get to see some of the longer fish like the pike. Pickerels. Carp and things like that. So cool seeing some of these unique fish. A couple of them hiding out down here. Looks like some perch or bass. So yeah, the common carp, largemouth bass are in here. That's there's also apparently some turtles in here. You have the red-faced slider and the yellow-bellied slider. I don't know where they are, but there's a fishy hanging out there just watching us. Flathead catfish in here, alligator gar, which are some of those longer fish that you saw. Smallmouth bass, they do have black crappie in there, which is sort of shocking. That'd be the black crappie right there. And a spotted gar. Sort of very like the pike, but you have to have fish that are a little more docile, aren't going to be attacking each other and eating each other. So I just like to find those turtles. So again, I want to thank you guys for coming along. We're here at Cabela in Hamburg. Amazing experience. It really is such a neat thing. And it's cool to take pictures. The sky is nice. But thanks once again for coming along, everybody, and on that adventure. And as always, we'll see you all about town.